Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm gonna show you the best way to do a perfect and simple B execute. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. If you have any questions, make sure to write them down in the comments below. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. So let's talk about the execute itself. To do a perfect B execute, whether it's an eco or a full buy round, you only need to buy 2 smokes and 1 flash. That's it. You can have a really good execute with only 2 smokes and 1 flash. Here's how it goes. You need 2 smokes in this very corner. It's really perfect because only one person has to throw both of these lineups and it doesn't require much, and that means that the rest of your team can go towards tunnel and hold the positions and prepare for the push. Since these smokes take some time to land, you can also run towards your teammates after throwing them and you won't be caught off. So the 2 smokes I'm talking about is the window smoke and the double door smoke. So to do these smokes, you simply line yourself up in one single corner, and then for the first smoke, aka the window smoke, you need to aim directly at this dot, which is pretty much in the middle of the window. If you look at these two dots and forget which one it is, just keep in mind that it's the higher one and the bigger one. So you simply aim here and then you do a simple jump throw smoke. This smoke lands perfectly on window and it blocks off all the vision from CTs towards window. The second smoke, aka the double door smoke, is a bit more difficult to remember, but it's pretty easy as well. You just need to remember that there is this broken side of the wall and you just need to aim at the sharp, similar to 90 degrees angle, and just simply throw a jump throw smoke again. However, do keep in mind that you need to throw these smokes pretty quickly, and remember to throw the window smoke first because it takes a bit longer to land than the double door smoke, and when you throw the window smoke first and after that you throw the double door smoke, your both smokes land pretty much at the same time. So these are the main smokes that you need to know. That's it. For a perfect B execute, you only need these 2 smokes and they smoke off B side fully and correctly. For the eco rounds and the full buy rounds, you also only need 1 flash ideally. You can use more when you're in a full buy round, but for an eco round, it's a bit more expensive if you use more than 1 flash. So there are 2 flashes that you can do in general. My personal favorite and my most recommended flash is this one. You stand in the corner where you can see this wall, this certain wall. And when you see this wall, you can aim anywhere at this wall. In my personal opinion, you should aim aligned with the top of this wall because then the flash doesn't bounce off too low. So to throw this flash, you just simply aim here and throw the flash. This flash, in my opinion, is the best flash to do while executing an eco round or a full buy round because it flashes people from car, site, CT, sniper's pit, and behind this box, or even behind these barrels. Instead of this, however, you can also do another flash. You just simply line up with this brick pole, aim directly as shown, lined up to the corner of the arc, and slightly run until you reach this side of the box. So this is what it looks like. This flash is also pretty good, however, I would recommend the first one because it's way more unexpected and this flash is a bit slower, so CTs might have time to react and turn around, so that's why I fully recommend this flash instead. So that's it. For the perfect execute, you only need 3 nades, 2 smokes, and a flash. So let's talk about how the rest goes. The rest of the execute is pretty simple. If you're doing an eco round, you and your team are just pushing together with pistols and trying to jump around and strafe like so, just so you don't get shot too often. One of you can run like so as I showed and jump in the right corner. One of you can run, strafe, jump to the left corner, or some of you can just go straight while aiming, and you just pretty much have a really good execute in general for an eco round. This gives you a huge chance to win the site and win the round. If you're doing a full buy round, you can also throw the smalley. You just simply run around, slightly peek from the edge and throw the smalley while running, and you just run a bit and throw it. It bounces off the barrel and it mollies this common position that CTs love to camp in. So if you have a molly, you can also do that for full buy rounds. If you're doing a full buy round and not a rush, keep in mind that you need to watch lower tunnels, so as long as one of you is throwing the smokes, one of the other players can be standing on these boxes and holding lower tunnel. This can also be done with pistols, however in a pistol rush, it's not really effective to hold flank because you're just committing to a full side execute and it's better just to fully push together, so unless it's a full buy round, you don't really have to hold flank essentially. When it comes to holding corners, ideally in a full buy round, you should have a person who is with an op and holding this position if you're not throwing the Molotov, or if the molly is thrown, then your first contact needs to be an op so he can check this angle. So besides the op, you only need 4 AKs, so if the molly isn't thrown, you need to hold this angle, then you need to prioritize this angle, then after that you need to prioritize this angle, and then you go so on bit by bit, clearing every single angle as so. Keep in mind that this angle is really common for CTs to catch you off guard, so always check this corner. After that, you can jump up this box, clear this side if anyone's hiding behind the box, and then you can just clear this angle, then you can drop down clear car, and you just go bit by bit. Keep in mind though, this corner can also be a huge weakness, because CTs can stand in this corner and you cannot expect them there at all. So every time you cross into sight and you clear these positions, make sure to check this angle. After the smokes are thrown and the bomb is planted, ideally you should plant the bomb in this corner because it's the most open position and is the most difficult for CTs to play off of. So after you do this plant, you can stand in several positions, the most common being this corner. This corner helps because it makes CTs paranoid about it and they can't cross double door safely. You can also stand on the bomb and hold the same angle with your teammate, like so. You can stand behind car, however it's really common that CTs molly it, so in my opinion don't stand here. It's a very common position and it's been outplayed in most of the retakes. If someone's holding this tunnel side, then ideally this position is really perfect for the whole execute because you can hold double doors and window at the same time and you can just manage the corners one by one, and you have some cover as well. So if someone's holding lower tunnel for you, for example from there, or even pushed up lower tunnel, then you have a really safe and good position to play off of. You can also hold this position. It's a good position for window. Just keep in mind that a lot of utility gets thrown from here and some might miss or some even might essentially hit you. So this position is really bad because you might get a lot of utility damage dealt. This position is a bit better if you're crouched, but keep in mind that you are visible from lower tunnel and from double door, so you need to stand in this position and keep in mind for those other positions. You can also hide behind this tall box. It's really useful and it makes it easy for you to also manage angles just as the previous angle that I showed you. It's a really good position. Just keep in mind that it's a bit more open and you can be spotted from lower tunnel if no one's watching it. If no one's holding lower, you should play in this position. You should stay crouched and not stand too close because you might get spotted from window. Ideally you should stand here because now you're not even visible from window, and then you could just simply uncrouch from time to time and clear the corner. However, you should have someone who's holding flank like this, or someone who is just standing in the corner as so, holding flank and preparing to run into sight if you need support from sight. This was the best way to execute B on Dust 2 in 2025. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and comment down below if you have any questions. Make sure to also comment what you want to see me do next in the next video. And thank you for watching. See ya.